So let me get this straight. GalaxyCon is running a Stars of Superman autograph event celebrating multiple generations of the Man of Steel. While one of the most recognizable actors to ever wear the cape, that would be Dean Cain, is allegedly out because of his values. That's right, folks. 4 seasons, 87 episodes, and now apparently too spicy for a fan convention. Not because he's difficult to work with, not because fans don't want to see him, but because, let me check my notes here. He might have the wrong opinions. And here's what they won't say out loud. Fans are being asked to pay premium prices for a Superman celebration that is, by definition, incomplete. If you're the generation that grew up on Lois and Clark, I watched Lois and Clark back in the 90s, welcome to modern fandom, where your childhood nostalgia gets held hostage by someone's vague corporate feelings. I'm the Critical Nerd, and today we're talking about why you're getting less for your money and why values might be the laziest excuse ever invented. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Critical Nerd. If you're a returning subscriber, I humbly say thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for supporting the channel the last couple of years. And you already know the deal. We bring receipts, we bring context, and we bring the level of sarcasm that would get me uninvited from a brunch. If you're new here, welcome. Stick around. While you're at it, please, if you would, smash that like button, hit subscribe, tap the notification bell, and buckle up. The question of the day for you folks: should conventions stay apolitical, or is that fantasy dead and buried like a comic shop in a mall? Let me know down below. All right, here's where the whole dumpster fire started. Just a couple of days ago on February 3rd, Dean Cain took to X and shared what he said was a screenshot from an email from GalaxyCon. The email is attributed to Sarah, described in coverage as GalaxyCon's Vice President of Talent. And the key line, this is the part that nuked the internet, was basically, GalaxyCon's values don't align with Dean Cain. Not we're fully booked, not budget constraints, not even we're going in a different direction. It's his values. And Cain's response, well, it was simple and fair. Okay, which values? Be specific, name it. What exactly did I do or say that disqualifies me from a fan convention? And according to reporting, the email also referenced another conservative actor being passed on as well. Name, of course, was redacted, which makes this feel less like a one-off and more like a pattern. Now, quick precision check, because the internet loves one word, that would be banned. From what's publicly described, the cleanest version is this. Cain says GalaxyCon declined to book or work with him due to his values. That can functionally feel like a ban to fans. Because if the gate is closed, the gate is closed. But it's worth being accurate with the wording. Either way, the values line is what turned this into a story. Because it's vague, on purpose. It implies something without stating anything. And that's exactly how you set off a controversy while keeping plausible deniability. Now here's my biggest issue, and it's not partisan. It's not tribal. It's not even ideological. It's consumer logic. GalaxyCon is catching heat because while this is happening, they're promoting a Stars of Superman autograph offering, marketed like a multi-era Superman celebration. And if you're selling a Superman legacy experience while excluding a major era of Superman for a huge chunk of the fan base, that's not a political statement, that's a product quality problem. Collectors don't buy values alignment, collectors buy completion. For a lot of fans, especially the 90s TV crowd, which I'm proudly one of them, Dean Cain is their Superman. That show mattered. It was a weekly ritual for millions. It's part of the legacy. So, what are you selling people exactly? Because if you're positioning this as definitive and you're missing a foundational piece for an entire generation, then fans aren't wrong for feeling like they're paying full price for the edited version. It's like selling the complete Beatles collection without John Lennon, or all the Avengers, but Iron Man doesn't align, or every James Bond except for Connery because he has problematic vibes. And here's the part that makes people furious. It doesn't just feel exclusionary, it feels like the customer's being asked to smile while the product gets worse. Let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? The one nobody wanted to say out loud. Dean Cain has been publicly associated with conservative politics for years, and in August of 2025, he drew a ton of attention for announcing he was becoming an honorary ICE officer and promoting ICE recruitment messaging. That sparked a media pile-on and late-night mockery, and regardless of where you fall on immigration policy, that moment put Cain in the center of the culture war blender. So when people hear values don't align, they're connecting dots to the ICE controversy, conservative visibility, the fear of backlash, and the pressure to disinvite anyone who draws online heat. And here's the problem. If you're going to exclude someone for a reason that serious, then say the reason, be direct, be transparent. Because vague values language does two things. It implies wrongdoing without proving it, and it invites the audience to fill in the blanks with the worst assumptions, which is why the story exploded. If the reason is scheduling or cost, just say it. If it's something concrete, say the concrete thing. But values is the PR equivalent of, trust me, bro. Here's what gets ignored in the outrage cycle. The people being punished, they aren't activists. It's regular fans who just want a complete Superman lineup. Most fans aren't tracking celebrity politics like it's the stock market. They remember watching Lois and Clark Weekly, family TV nights, the optimistic romantic 90s tone, the version of Superman that felt human and hopeful. They're not thinking immigration policy. They're thinking, that Superman was my childhood. And now those fans are being told indirectly, your era is inconvenient. And that's why this becomes a fandom trust issue. Because Superman at his best is supposed to be bigger than politics. Hope, integrity, humanity. But the way this is being handled, vague values, no specifics, still pushing the Superman promo, turns it into compliance first, fandom second. Now the plot thickens. Actor Matthew Marsden publicly backed Cain, and the conversation escalated into, fine, start a competing convention with drunk 3PO geeks and gamers being mentioned as the ones who could potentially build it. And I'll be honest, I'd be all for it. I'd support it. I'd attend. But it's also the most logical free market response possible. You don't want certain guests? That's cool. We'll build a space where fans decide. Now, gotta admit, starting a convention isn't easy. I mean, you got venues, insurance, talent, staff, security, vendors, logistics. It's basically running a temporary city for a weekend. But Marsden jumping in adds gasoline because it suggests entertainers are noticing the pattern too, not just YouTube commentators. And if fans truly vote with their feet, you can see real competition, because the moment someone creates a con that says, no ideological gatekeeping, just fandom, you're going to get a lot of people who are tired of this nonsense. So here's the bottom line. Dean Cain says GalaxyCon passed on him due to values. GalaxyCon is being criticized for promoting a Superman autograph celebration while a major Superman era is excluded. And the refusal to be specific turns this into a trust problem. Now I want to hear from you guys out there. Is this a normal booking call that got messy? Or a soft blacklist dressed up in corporate language? Would you attend an alternative con if it is promised no ideological gatekeeping, just fans and creators? If you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who still owns a Lois and Clark DVD set. I'm the Critical Nerd. Keep your expectations low and your receipts high. Later.